explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Pain, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I asked, can I? Before I went live, they ain't know what I was. Ain't no one alive that could do what I does. Wait. Need a light here just to catch my buzz. Need Sprite here just to catch my cup. Now they don't really talk about us. Now they don't really talk about love. Honestly, they ain't never seen too much. What's love to a guy with a bag? What's heart to a guy with some cash? What's pain to a guy that's mad? Said. What's broke to a guy with a mask? What's both to a guy with a plan? I just want to kick it.
Well, no trip to the Northwest would be complete without a little rain, and we've got a lot of rain falling right now at CenturyLink Field in downtown Seattle. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the San Francisco 49ers and the Seattle Seahawks. Fielded in the end zone, and they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Play there, going to get 10 and a quick first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. These two rivals played two of the better games in the NFL a season ago. You remember Week 17, it was Dre Greenlaw stopping Jacob Hollister at the 1 to preserve a 26-21 49er win. And that wound up both winning them the NFC West and earning them the #1 seed. From the 38, Garoppolo. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
And the 49er first down.
First down, Goodrich, and he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. First carry for Raheem Mostert. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
No gain on the play.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down.
You know, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there. Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort, and you know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt.
Flying 90. 54. Watch the run. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Wilson slings this out to Metcalf. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line.
It's a gain of 8.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
On 3rd and 1, Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Now they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. The deception there pays off to perfection. 14 yards on the fake punt and a first down. They'll run with a former Tar Heel, T.J. Logan. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
T.J. Logan.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Wilson.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Watch safety creep. Safety's creeping.
From the gun, it's Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They'll get 8, but they're going to have to punt here on the opening drive because that's not enough. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down.
Check. Watch 54. 14. Whip. Watch the whip. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up. Check the back. Check the job right there. Kill.
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. The speedster Dante Pettis back deep to return. On the return is Pettis. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They run the counter. Goodrich, he's got a first down past the 30 as they finally wrangle him in at the 48. Heck of a start, a 30-yard pickup on their first play from scrimmage.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. On play action, it's Garoppolo. That's complete. It's Kyle Juszczyk. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 15 more yards there, and quickly another first down.
Of 15. And the 49er.
No score after one on EA Sports.
The first quarter with no score.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Into the hands of Pettis. It's a jet sweep, and he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
On 2nd and 12, Garoppolo. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
First down, 49ers.
They'll run on first down. Goodrich. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A 14-yard pickup. That's 14 yards on 2 straight plays.
Partner, in our years together, we've never really run into a player that's admitted a doubt or a lack of confidence, right? But right now, I'm just wondering about that interior line, because on defense, they're starting to get manhandled at the point of attack. Do they have it in them to figure a way to reverse the tide? Because right now, they're running the ball at will.
Right back to him on first down. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. They run the counter. Goodrich. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Now for the field goal try, here's Eddie Pinheiro. From the left half, should be a fairly easy one here. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal. So maybe now the mentality changes in this game, because anytime you can get to the red zone, and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. It hasn't gone particularly well for them, that's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. That's going to be caught. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. But sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. That's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long, man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this carries into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a handoff here to his running back. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Brought down at the 23-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. And it's 3rd down.
To throw is Garoppolo. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Rashawn Gary in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Here comes the 49ers punter now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. This is fielded at the 27. Found good room to run there. Returns it 14 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth.
Yes,
and the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Play action. Garoppolo winds up and lets it go for Samuel. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Delano Hill. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick six last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
Yeah, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
54's Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. I'm coming for you. Hey, watch that. Check, Mike. 54.
After the interception, here's Wilson. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And he's got this down to the 35. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
Let's go, G. Kill. Check 50.
From the shotgun, Wilson. Flush to his right. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. Russell Wilson, as the first half is winding down. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead.
For the extra point.
CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Taking it about the 1. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
23-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. A nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. From the 31, Wilson flushed out right. And he's going going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Nick Bosa in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone. Right there. 54, right there.
Wilson now to throw on third down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Logan. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54.
On first down, Logan. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 30. Back in the first quarter, you said it, they need to avoid the big play, but he just got a big one right there.
You can't relax. You know, we talked about in the first quarter, but as the game progresses, still opportunities, and he took advantage of one there.
Right there. 54.
They'll get this out wide to Metcalf. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Right back to him for 10 more and a first.
4 yards.
This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
Now Wilson on first down. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and it's a second down.
4 at the 49ers' 13-yard line.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Move the team. Shoot. Watch the shoot.
Again, Wilson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. It was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. They find some open field here. Touchdown, 49ers. Raheem Mostert with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal.
49ers 11.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they... Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So they keep the football, but now face 2nd and long. From the gun, Wilson going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Play action. Now Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over.
39-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory.
Across midfield.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
On the pickup.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, a run with Mostert. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there, and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Garoppolo going to try and throw on 3rd. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Well, it's third down. You're in a tight game in the loudest stadium in the NFL, and it's enough to rattle even the most seasoned of quarterbacks. And here, it looks like he's not quite on the same page as his receiver. This will wind up a turnover.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Another important fourth-quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
Mike 54. Mike 54.
Wilson gets rid of it quickly, and he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
4 brings up 3rd and 8.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Watch the flow. All those special. All those special. Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Operating from the gun. Wilson going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And he'll bring this all the way up to the 45-yard line.
Intercepted.
Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed a quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out because the current formula is not working. So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Rashawn Gary, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
It's 2nd down.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
54, Mike, 21. Here we go. 54.
Garoppolo now. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
The Niners on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And that is incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. And strong running there gets this up over the 15-yard line. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. 2nd and 6.
You. Right there. 54, right there. 54, Mike. Man, I got you.
They run again with Logan. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
The Seahawks on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. They're going to need some therapy after this. 24.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Mike 54. Mike 54. It's a party now. It's a party now. Mike 54. Mike 54. Mike 54. You ain't done.
From the gun on third down, Wilson. And that will be incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Here comes Pettis on the return. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead. And they'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
Ball carried by number 5.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
They go back to the ground, this time Mostert. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense is pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game, and all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. On play action. Now Garoppolo. He's going to float this over the middle deep. Oh, they intercept Garoppolo for the 3rd time. Picked off at the 28. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout.
Loss of a yard.
That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Logan. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad.
49-yard line. That's a gain of 8. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Here's Wilson from the gun on third down. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 50 catches for him now on the year. He's got a first down.
1st and 10.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. They'll run on 1st down. Logan. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Logan. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5. After that run, still a good amount of meat on the bone here for this 3rd down play. Can you envision them putting this in the air?
Totally. I mean, look at who he has under center right now. If you can't trust him with the football, you can't trust anyone. And frankly, to me, I want the ball down the stretch.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Back to throw, Garoppolo. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Well, that last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. One final try now for Garoppolo. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down.